Ghana is introducing an additional tax band for high personal income earners as part of measures by the West African country to shore up government revenue. Personal earnings of 10,000 cedis and above will attract up to 35% income tax. There will also be additional levies on non-commercial luxury cars of 3.0 liters. Ghana, which exports cocoa, gold and oil, recorded a shortfall in revenue amounting to 1.4 billion cedis in the government's budget for the first 5 months. And Sudan's inflation rose to 63.87% year-on-year in June from 60.93% in May as the dollar-starved country grapples with an economic crisis. Sudan has been reeling from an acute shortage of foreign currency and an increasingly expensive black market for dollars that has sapped its ability to import and made prices soar, kindling unrest earlier this year in some parts of the country. The import-dependent country's price rises have been the third fastest in the world in recent months, behind only war-torn South Sudan and hyperinflation-stricken Venezuela, according to IMF data from April. The statistics agency said June inflation was driven by rising food and beverage prices. And Zambia will share data on its planned austerity measures with the International Monetary Fund to gather lenders' feedback on their appropriateness for macroeconomic sustainability. In February, the fund rejected Zambia's borrowing plans, saying the risks making it harder for the Southern African country to sustain its debt loan. And an IMF team is expected in Zambia next week. The finance minister said the nation's reserve position as of the end of June 2018 was $1.82 billion and external debt at the end of March was $9.37 billion. Zambia's central bank said in May the nation financed its current account deficit of $139.2 million in the first quarter of 2018 through a drawdown on international reserves. And to the global oil market, prices rose on Friday but were set to drop for the week on concerns about oversupply and lower demand due to a possible economic slowdown caused by the trade conflict between the United States and China, the world's two biggest oil users. Brent oil rose 7 cents to $72.65 a barrel in early trade after rising to $73.04 earlier in the day. U.S. West Texas Intermediate was up 14 cents at $69.60 a barrel after reaching a high of $70.03 earlier. However, both benchmarks are on track for their third weekly loss after big declines on Monday, with Brent set to drop 3.6% and WTI to fall by 2%. Prices have been dragged down by concerns about oversupply as some production returned after outages, while trade tensions between the U.S. and China stoked fears of damage to their economies and commodities demand. And that's the wrap on the show for today and, of course, for the week. Thank you very much for being part of it. I'm Chimezie Obi Iwabu.